Hi everyone. So today we're going to continue our conversation about factoring, but we're going to learn a new technique. We're going to learn factoring by grouping. So when we factor by grouping, we want to group terms that have a common variable or number as a factor. So variable or number as a factor. And as with all factoring, I figured I should remind us of this, as with all factoring, we can and should check our answer. Because if you remember, check our answer, if you remember, factoring is just reverse multiplying. So once you factor, you can multiply back out and see if you get the same result you started with. All right, let's do some examples. Okay, so here's our first example. We have 2y cubed plus y squared plus 8y plus 4. Now, if I'm going to group, I'm going to kind of want to divide this up into two segments. So I'm going to want to maybe look at the first two terms, something that has a variable or a number in common, and maybe the second two terms here. So if I look at these first two terms, I can find their greatest common factor, which happens to be y squared. So y squared, and once I pull that out, I should get 2y plus 1. And I should also get, so I'll have plus whatever I can factor out of 8y plus 4. And 8y and 4 have 4 as a greatest common factor. So I'm going to have plus 4 times 2y plus 1. And now if you notice, we want to have two terms that are the same here. So we have two factors that are the same. So once we've done this step, we can take this as a factor. So I'll have 2y plus 1. That's what they both share. And I'll also pull out the y squared plus 4. So this, y squared plus 4, anything that's not in parentheses. So I'll have 2y plus 1 times y squared plus 4. And now we should take a minute to make sure that this works by foiling out our factored form. I will leave you to do that. Our second example here is 8r cubed minus 64r squared plus r minus 8. All right, so if we do the same thing, if we kind of divide this up into two segments here, and keep in mind that you might have to do some rearranging when you do this, I'm going to find that my first set of terms here has a greatest common factor of 8r squared. So I pull an 8r squared out, and I have r minus 8. And now r minus 8, this second term here, has a greatest common factor of 1. So I'll have plus 1 times r minus 8. And this is exactly what we want because I have r minus 8 and r minus 8. So now I have r minus 8 and whatever's left over, 8r squared plus 1. 8r squared plus 1. All right, let's do one more. Okay, in this example, I have x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x minus 18. So I'm going to divide this up into two parts. I have x cubed plus 3x squared and then minus 6x minus 18. So that first part, my greatest common factor, is going to be x squared. So I'll pull out x squared and I'll be left with x plus 3. And now I can see that I have a negative term here. Both of these are negative. So I can pull out a negative at least. And I have 6x and 18. Well, both of those have 6, so that's my greatest common factor. So minus 6, and I'm left with x plus 3. Because that negative, that minus, distributes to this guy too. So it's a good thing because I have x plus 3 and x plus 3. So my factored form is going to look like x plus 3 times whatever's left, x squared minus 6. All right, and I will leave you to check that one too. So now that we've finished, you can try the problems at the bottom of your guided notes. Thank you.